We trust the refrigerator more than we should. But some foods actually lose quality inside it. They may still look fine at first glance, yet the flavor and texture can quietly change. Today, we are looking at 5 common foods. Foods that many people chill without thinking twice. The problem is not just storage. It is how food keeps its best condition. First, let's start with tomatoes. This is one of the most common mistakes.
Tomatoes love to look fresh and vibrant.
But cold air can dull that experience. Inside the refrigerator, they may last longer visually. Still, the flavor can become less expressive. A ripe tomato should taste bright and alive. That natural aroma matters more than people expect. If the tomato is not fully ripe yet, room temperature is usually the better choice. Only very ripe tomatoes may need brief chilling. And even then, only for a short time.
So the rule is simple.
For flavor first, keep ripe tomatoes out. Next, we have potatoes. They seem sturdy, so people store them anywhere. But potatoes are more sensitive than they look. Temperature can affect the way they perform. Especially when you cook them later.
Texture is where the difference begins.
A potato should cook the way you expect. Soft, balanced, and naturally rich. Storage can influence that result.
And that is where many people get confused.
Potatoes do best in a cool, dark place. Not in bright light, and not carelessly stored. The goal is stable, practical storage. So think cool, dark, and well managed. Third, let's talk about onions. This one depends on how the onion looks. A whole onion needs airflow. Too much moisture is not ideal. That is why storage conditions matter. It is not only about temperature. Onions, ventilation comes first. Dry and breathable is the safer direction. But once the onion is cut,
the rule changes immediately. A cut onion should be sealed well. Then it belongs in the refrigerator. So this is the key difference. Whole onions breathe. Cut onions chill. Fourth, bananas. They are one of the easiest fruits to overmanage. Many people refrigerate them too early. And the peel changes fast. The color can turn dark very quickly. That alone makes people think they are ruined. But appearance is only part of the story. The real issue is how the fruit develops. Bananas usually do better while ripening naturally.
Warm room conditions help that process.
When they become too ripe, that is the time to repurpose them. smoothies and baking are perfect options.
So watch the ripeness before the refrigerator.
Finally, bread. This may be the most familiar mistake. People often refrigerate bread without hesitation. But bread is all about texture. Softness matters. Freshness matters.
And cold storage can work against both.
The bread may feel dry much sooner.
If you will eat it soon, room temperature often makes more sense. If you need longer storage,
freezing is usually the smarter choice.
so what do these 5 foods share?
The refrigerator is not always the answer. Good storage is not just about keeping food longer.
It is about keeping food at its best.
Flavor, texture, moisture, and condition all matter.
A better kitchen starts with better habits.
And small changes can protect both taste and value.
Next time, we will look at post-meal habits too.